What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. All right, guys. So this is interesting. I've never been a part of this little feud going on here between Hoyoverse and Kuro Games, or better yet, Wuthering Waves and anything that Hoyoverse creates. So I made a video last night. Not really a very popular video, as a matter of fact. Just talking about pre-registration for a ZZZ and the free loot you get and just a character overview. And within that video, I simply made a remark. A remark that I thought to me made complete sense, because I'm being honest. I just got bored of Wuthering Waves and I decided to let people know that, you know what, I won't be playing the game as much as I normally have, or maybe not even at all, because quite honestly, it just doesn't fit my lifestyle that I currently have going on. Now, this is a very normal thing for me. If you don't know me, this is not my career. I don't do content creating as a career. I do it on the side. I do it because I enjoy it, and I play games because I enjoy games. If a game ends up not fitting my mold of lifestyle, which to me, being a father, business owner, full-time career IT person, now content creator, I'll drop it. It has nothing. It's not personal in any way, shape, or form. And all of a sudden, it got crazy toxic in this comment section. So let me just show you guys a couple different things here that's been going on here. Like, for example, this Baldy has never played Genshin, and it shows. Considering I covered Genshin for a couple months on my channel before I quit, that's not true. And yeah, I mean, calling me a baldy is not really going to insult me. I like having no hair personally. There's a couple other things here, that kind of interest me. A lot of people just kind of went back and forth between each other, and it's kind of crazy seeing some of the comments and how personal people have taken this entire situation. Not just from my comment, but it's crazy to see how blindly loyal everyone has become when it comes down to picking a side. Listen, I was born in the 80s. So the last time I saw something this intense was in the 90s, and it was West versus East in the hip hop battle with Biggie versus Tupac, and people died. Y'all crazy. Just like, everybody just calm the hell down. Listen, it's not that deep, and I've been trying to tell people it's really not that deep. First off, I never once said that Wuthering Waves was bad. Those words never even came out of my mouth. As a matter of fact, if you go back to my channel and you search Wuthering Waves, as a matter of fact, the last review I did on it was actually almost calling it a masterpiece. For what it is, it's an incredibly powerful game. It's an incredibly good game for what it is. I just got bored, and that's okay. I'm allowed to like a game and also at the same time just not have the time or the cycles to play it. So because I said I got bored of a game, never did I once utter that it's bad. So it's crazy to me the amount of people that are losing their minds over this. It's really not that bad. It's just my lifestyle I just can't suit this game. I can't be hardcore about this game. And when I first started this game, Wuthering Waves, a lot of people asked me, Payne, why aren't you wailing on this game? Well, I'll be honest with you guys, and I said it to you guys straight from the start, and I meant it, right? I said that I can't wail on this game because I learned my problem with Genshin, and that is open world games are just way too time consuming, and I wanted to try this as free to play to see if I had the same problem with Wuthering Waves. And let's be real, it is better than Genshin Impact. I've never once said that it wasn't, because I played both games and I enjoy the combat system so much more in Wuthering Waves, and the game itself has better character design, overall world, everything about it I find is better than Genshin. But I also quit Genshin, right? And hindsight is 2020. For those people who criticized me for quitting Genshin back in the day are now the ones who hate Genshin. So it's kind of crazy to me to see the cycle just happening over again. Now, I don't know if it's because of all the drama behind, Hoyo versus Kuro or Wuthering Waves versus Genshin. I don't really give a shit about that. At the end of the day, the only loyalty I have, guys, is to you and myself, and more myself, because I have a very strict timeline in life that I need to follow. And for me to have to settle down and create content for a game, which you guys can see, I didn't create very much content for Wuthering Waves because, again, I was just kind of looking at it and seeing whether it was something I would do more full time, or if I would just step back and I didn't have time for it. And this is the thing, I didn't have time for it. So why ZZZ? Well, again, it has nothing to do with Hoyoverse. I don't give a shit if Joe Schmo made the game, right? I don't care if the game came out from, I don't know, the most random bottomless pit dev ever. I don't care. The point is, it's an action RPG that looks fun to me. I want to try it. And then people started commenting on well, I can't believe you're going to whale on $1 billion company. Bro, again, there's no loyalty here to Hoyoverse. There's nothing to do with that. Here's the reason why I'm okay with whaling on ZZZ. And I'm not going to do it right away, guys. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to play the game first to see if I like it. If I don't like it, I'm not going to spend money on it. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm going to jump in and be, boom, instantly whaling. With SLA, I knew what I was getting myself into because I had played the beta, and I knew what I was going to be, like, that I enjoy the game. That was a given. So solo leveling Arise for me was fine. But to see some of these crazy comments about this and this and this and this, it's really crazy to me to see how blindly loyal people are to a game or to a company. And it's one of those things where, like, you have to understand, it's, for me as a content creator, I don't have the same level of commitment, or as a gamer, the same level of commitment to a company that some of you may have. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being loyal to a company. I think the issue is that you have to understand where, like, look at this, look at these comments. Like, you know, I'm just saying, like, it started aggressive at the beginning, and then it started to calm down a little bit. And eventually I think it died down, which is good. I'm glad some people finally just relaxed a little bit. And listen, I'm not saying both ways. Like, people who are criticizing Wuthering Waves on a ZZZ video is crazy to me. People who are criticizing the ZZZ video because of Wuthering Waves is crazy to me. The game's not even out yet. And I'm seeing people just talk shit because it's Hoyoverse. Listen, I've played Crunchyroll games a lot. And if you guys want to know bad rep, Crunchyroll probably has the worst rep of any company I've ever known. Ever. I'm playing a Netmarble game, which has incredibly bad rep. But they've shown that they can turn it around, and they have with SLA. SLA's actually done an amazing job making it completely unrecognizable as a company. So I'm not here to criticize a game because it's Hoyoverse or Kuro. I love Kuro games. I play PGR. I covered PGR, for God's sakes, right? So I'm not criticizing Kuro as a company. I'm basing it off of the game itself. It has nothing to do with what the devs are doing. The devs are doing a great job. They're being extremely generous. They're being extremely complacent, and they're doing what the community wants, and they're focusing on making sure that people have a good experience. And again, I've never criticized WuWa at all, any way, shape, or form. I said, I'm bored. This is me. I'm allowed to express how I feel on my platform. And yeah, you guys are allowed to express how you feel about that. But what you're expressing is your inability to understand that it's about a personal taste. It's not an attack towards a game. Now, I think this is where people need to kind of step back. This blind loyalty towards Kuro versus Hoyo, Wuthering versus Genshin versus HSR versus ZZZ now. It's crazy, guys. Are you telling me you won't try food just because somebody told you it's bad? Are you telling me you won't drive a car because somebody told you it's not worth driving? Are you telling me you won't experience something because somebody told you it's not worth experiencing? Live for yourself. Do it for yourself, right? First and foremost, it's your time. The only currency in life we never get back is our time. And I'll be damned if I let people tell me how to dictate my time. If you don't like my content because I'm not covering the game you like, that's a whole different story. Just unsubscribe. It's easy. Honestly, I won't be hurt by it because I had to delete a few comments here, but I kind of wish I left them up here. But people were like straight up like criticizing me, dissing me and stuff, and I'm just like, all right, cool, banned. Like, I don't have time for that. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy to think that my opinion on a game, and that's not even a bad one, it's just that I'm bored, would incite so much hate from a community who plays similar games to me. Don't take it personal, guys. I'm not telling you the game is bad and you should stop playing it. I just said, I'm bored, I don't have the time for it, so I'm going to try something else. And maybe that will fit the mold. And maybe it won't. Maybe ZZZ won't fit. And maybe you're right. Some of you guys are like, oh, he'll quit right away. You know, people said the same thing about SLA. People said, I'll quit SLA right away. I'm at 84 days logins, and I'm still loving the game. I'm covering it like it's the best thing ever. So you guys have to understand, for me, it's not about what gives me those views, what gives me the best amount of money on YouTube. For me, it's like, what do I enjoy doing and what do I enjoy covering? You know, I enjoy doing something when I make a lot of videos for it. That's how it runs, and for me personally as a content creator. So again, guys, please, like, just take a step back for a sec, right? Take a step back. It's Wuthering Waves is a great game. No one said otherwise. So I want you guys to remember, next time coming into a video with your own personal opinions about a company, think about what the video is about first before you decide to throw all your feelings into it. I understand some people had some bad experience with Genshin, but I feel like a lot of this fuel is coming from other content creators, from other people just hyping it up, making drama, and it's unnecessary. All right, all I said was I'm bored of a game. Let it go. It's all good. If it's not a game that I'm covering anymore and you joined my channel because of that game, it's simple. Just unsubscribe. Somebody made a comment here. There's a lot better content creators covering Wuthering Waves. That's fantastic. If people think that, that's cool. And you're right. There are a lot of great people covering this game. You have more than every opportunity to go watch their content that will suit you. If you watch content from me as a personality, that's a different story. I don't know if you're going to get that anywhere else. Right? We're all different. So anyways, with that being said, I just kind of was blown away by this whole fiasco, and I wanted to just kind of share my thoughts on it. Anyways, I'm curious about what you guys think, because I think it was a little bit over the top. You guys can go read these comments and let me know what you guys feel. I'm curious to see the comments that come out of here. I'm only assuming there's going to be some hateful comments anyways, even after telling you guys my perspective on it. But it is what it is. I'm on the internet. I got to learn to take it, and we all got to understand that, you know what? People on the internet are going to have very opinionated opinions of other people's opinions. We use that word a lot, and that's all it was. It was just an opinion, guys. There's no fact here. Wuthering Waves, as I mentioned in my video where I rated it or reviewed it, it's a fantastic game. It's an amazing game for what it is. It has accomplished a lot for an open world RPG, especially for mobile and PC and other things, right? But I'm allowed to be bored of a game that I think is great. It happens. I do it all the time. All right, guys, this is Payne. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.